All right, we're back. You know, here at Hollywood Unlocked, Black Brands Matter, and we always talk to black bosses. And today I have two people here. There's supposed to be a third, but something happened with the flight. We're going to talk about them too. So, welcome, Ramel and Kenneth. All right, so what I love about what you guys are doing and what you're going to tell my audience is that you know how to get to the bag. And as somebody who is trying to get into the lane that you all are in and educating other people who look like us on how to get financial freedom, it's a very hard job because, one, I feel like folks don't invest in their own future as much as they should, and two, it's a grind that proves the test of our tenacity because it's a grind. But so welcome and yeah, so let's talk about it. Fund Your Freedom.
Yeah.
What is that?
So Fund Your Freedom is a 5-day class that we put together. Myself, Smitty, and my other partner, Boom. He didn't make it today. But he's on his way here, you know. But we put together this 5-day class because we see that there was a gap in our community with being able to understand how to start a business, how to get capital for your business, and then take that capital to reinvest it. So during these 5 days, we're gonna be teaching you how to get access to business funding and then how to invest in commercial real estate and create multiple streams and ultimately fund your freedom.
Okay, so I wanted to start with that just to lock your attention in because, people don't have long attention spans. They'll log in for 3 minutes and then they'll, somebody did something crazy on the internet and they had Hollywood Unlocked. But what I wanted to do is make sure that people understand that they're going to get information on how to really go and get all the steps on how to get to the back. But before we get into that, so I want to learn more about what both of you do individually. So what is your background and what's your expertise now?
Right. So I'm an expert in the credit field. So I have basically mastered how to borrow money and then leverage it to start me businesses and investments to create me cash flow. So I basically built my whole 7-figure empire off borrowed money. That's how I like to say it. It's a dope concept. So a lot of people haven't been taught about credit, haven't been taught about business credit. But it's a leeway to be able to get you out of your situation. People want to start in real estate. People want to start businesses and investment, but the separation is that they don't understand how to get access to the money, or they don't know how to use this resources to be able to get access to the money. So if I could teach you the blueprint of how to get access to the money from the banks at 0% interest, which we do is business credit cards and business line of credit stacking, that's what I like to call it. If I could teach you that method to be able to go get access to the money, then now more people can start businesses and investments and get in the game now. Once you learn that blueprint though.
So this is the frustrating part with even me. I think that I'm pretty smart. I think that I've been pretty creative in building my brand, but even I don't know how to use credit. Because I remember years ago, Marcus Barney, who's a friend of all of ours, he came on the podcast and he was talking about how to fly for free, eat for free, buy this for free, and this and that, basically how to flip points and credit and this and that. And it was so overwhelming that one, I couldn't get it, and two, I was so overwhelmed I didn't go and pursue it. So I now that I built up my credit, I know I have a 796, a 769.
Jason going crazy.
Yeah, credit's crazy, but I'm still not using it. So,
oh no.
So I need to know in the Fund Your Freedom, are you showing people how to, one, fix the credit to get these higher scores, and then once you get that score, people like me that have it, how to then go and get free shit?
No. So let me break it down to you. So first you need to know how to structure the business.
I'm trying to figure out because white people have been scamming the system for years.
It ain't even really scamming. It's just really normal.
I'm going to call it scamming because that's what because people listening right now are saying, wait, you're going to teach us how to go and fix a number that's important to white folks and businesses and banks to then go and get their money to use and flip that into getting more money.
Yes.
Yeah,
that ain't a scam.
It's a legal scam. Not what you're doing.
If you know what to do.
How to flip the system.
Yeah, it's just knowing what to do and how to do it and meeting the requirements. That's really what it is. It seems like that, like how you saying it, because we not educated on it and we don't know it, so it's like foreign to us. So, but if we can start having the conversation more and we can start breaking it down to you, so I'll break it down to you. First is business structure, how to set your LLC up properly, how the banks want you to set it up. Then we want personal credit to be A1. And then not just the score, like you're saying, but the credit report. So when it comes to you getting a big bag, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 from these banks, from just one bank, we can go to multiple. But it's based off on your report, not your score. Because you can have a good credit score and have a thin report and we won't get your approvals. So people still be stuck. But it's like about how you build out your business, how you build out your personal credit report. Then now we can leverage both of those to go get access to the bag now. Not a lot of requirements. Like it don't matter if you're tall, green, short, if you've been in jail 10 times, it don't matter. It's just as long as you meet these criteria that the banks want you to meet, they're gonna give you the bag.
So for somebody like me who has a lease with an option to buy, but I haven't even taken the steps to go and do the rent reporting thing to get that line. I'm telling you, I'm lazy. I'm gonna fix that. But should I because I know I'm going to buy this house and it's going to be a jumbo loan. I know at some point that'll be on my credit. But should I be investing in real estate now, even if it's a small property or a fix it or something, just to have that trade line of real estate on my credit report?
Well, you want to be specific in what you want to do. So I've been in the real estate business going on 9 years. I started out single families, duplexes, 3 units, right? And it was cool. I got in the game, but I was chasing my tail, right? Buying single family properties and making $200-300 cash flow. So it got to make sense for you. And this is why I jumped into the self-storage business, because now we buy one facility and we create multiple streams out of it. So it depends on like what your goal is. And I want to jump back to what you said about a scam, right? Because I do think it's a scam, right? But they're scamming us.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Because it's like, when we say other people's money, it's really our people's money. Yeah. Because we put our money in the bank and then the bank lends that money out.
The bank is a scam in itself.
So we got to go back and say, nah, give me that back.
Yeah.
It's my money, and I'm going to go flip it. So I do think you should invest, but invest wisely based upon what your path is. If you're running this operation out of here, I definitely say own this, because while you're running your content, running your business out of it, you still get the equity, and it grows over time, and now you win it on both ends.
So that's a good segue into what you do. So you said you're in the self-storage business. So for somebody like me that's thinking of getting in real estate investing, I'm looking at, okay, if I go buy this house for 300 grand and then I fix it and now it's worth 450 grand, I made 150 grand, but then you have to take away how much you invested in it, what you put. If I leave with 20 extra thousand for somebody like me, and I'm sorry, this is me speaking, it's sort of like, I made that this morning before I even woke up. So I'm trying to understand how to get in real estate and invest once I fix my credit. Well, my credit's already fixed. But how to get into real estate where it's making money on top of the investment.
You pass the alley-oop, right? So self-storage, people rent out units, right? You know, you have business owners that have Airbnbs and they rent out the units to put their cleaning supplies in. You have contractors that build real estate, but they put their equipment in storage units. The reason why I love self-storage is because when you buy a facility, right, we create multiple streams. So for example, we partner with U-Haul. So not only are we renting out the units, now we're running a transportation business, and I'm not dealing with the trucks on the day-to-day. U-Haul runs the operation, but they give me 30% commission. So now it's a different stream of income.
That's a scam. That's a smart scam.
Yeah, right? We do, but I'm gonna take it even further.
Love it.
We also
wait. So you partner with U-Haul.
Yep.
So U-Haul tells the people where they can go and store their stuff.
No, so I tell the people where they can store their stuff, but when they rent out a unit, 9 times out of 10, they need to get a truck to be able to take the items from.
So then you refer them to the U-Haul, and then you take a percentage of. Crazy. Yeah, see, if I'm going to do something like that, if I'm going to do real estate, it needs to be something like that, where there's multiple lines of revenue coming from, yeah.
Exactly. So same way with in the media space, you got different ways that you bring in the income off your brand. We want to do the same thing from a real estate standpoint. So not only do we make money with U-Haul, we also have a local moving company that we partner with, and then we refer out moving services if you need to hire it, and now I want 30% commission, right? We also get the local vending machine company, put vending machines at the storage facility, 30%.
You might as well just throw an ATM in there. So now if they need cash to pay for everything, they got to go to ATM and take percentage of that.
Exactly.
Now I want a percentage of that. All right. And so now what made you guys get into this world? Because like I was saying to you before we started, me having Hollywood Unlocked and building a sustainable, profitable business that everybody knows about, I'm now trying to educate people as part of like that third pillar, education, entertainment, empowerment, educate people on how to start their own businesses. And it's really hard. It's literally harder than talking shit. I can talk shit about anybody, anything, any time of the day with no preparation. But this, getting people to say, hey, you want financial freedom? You want ownership? How about you invest in this? This is how I built it all. It's hard. So why did you guys choose to get into the business of helping and educating people?
So I would say, I'm from Chicago too. So in that space, man, it's not a lot of outlets to be able to teach people this stuff. You know, I know a lot of people personally that are in a rim of stuff where they can't even get out of. It's like, it's just forced upon them. And if they had an eye or a voice that they can hear or see that's actually doing it themselves, to be able to come back and say, this is how you do X, Y, and Z, this is why you do X, Y, and Z, then it'll make it easier for them to be able to start doing stuff like this. And I know that they don't have no person in front of them, people teaching them, you know, that they can touch or get access to, so I could be that person for them. And then it turned into that after I started seeing pieces of success, they just started asking me questions. It's like, man, they just, it's like, what is this stuff? Like, how did you get an 800 credit score? Like, how did you do that? Everybody else that I know in life always had a bad credit score. I always talked about don't use credit. My mom putting bills in my name, and I'm starting off with bad credit.
Everybody black started with the bill in their name before they were even old enough to know what that bill was.
So I took it upon myself. It's like, all right, I keep getting these questions. You know what I mean? I'm starting to see success. I can see an area where I can help people now. So I kind of was like pushed into it by other people on social media, asking me, even my family members, even my mom, you know, grandma. It's like how are you doing this? And it's like, all right, I had to keep answering people one by one, breaking this stuff down. And it's like, all right, we gotta be able to do something with this. 'Cause I'm not about to keep teaching y'all. Answer your questions, 60 questions from you. So let me set up something that I can bring y'all into a setting where I can teach y'all this blueprint exactly how I did this. Y'all just follow my blueprint, and I just, you know, y'all can be able to benefit off of that.
But once you design the program around helping people fix their credit and find out funding sources, which I want to talk about, because I'm now in the process of, I've been taking VC money, but I'm now looking at, you know, getting lines of credit and business loans and all that to expand. But and that's a whole other headache. But how did you then connect fixing the credit to then real estate and investing? Because I know part of the Fund Your Freedom also teaches people how to find businesses that or real estate they can invest in, right?
Yeah, so I want to go a little deeper, if it's okay with
Sure.
you. I want to get them exact steps, right? Because I get it. It's cool to talk about the concept, but if somebody's watching this, I want them to have exact steps, right? So Smitty, I want you to break down how they can get access to $100,000, and then he's gonna pass it to me, and I'm gonna show them how to take that $100,000 and be able to go and create a business out of it.
And for people listening, the 100,000, it's also important to know if you're doing the lines of credit that you know like what your payment terms are, right? Because what I'm learning
We're
is
gonna get into that.
Okay. Teach.
I got you. So this route is a lot smoother and easier and makes more sense for you to make more money off your money, right? So we use 0% interest credit cards. 0% interest for 12 months to 18 months. So we look at you having like, we gotta get you to your point where you got a 700 credit score. All right, no negative items, none of the late payments, none of the collections, you know, none like that. We have a clean slate on our personal credit report, and then we got an LLC, right? So we leverage our personal credit and our LLC to go get now what we call business credit card stacking at 0% interest. So I can go to Chase. I might go to Chase and they might give me 20,000, let's just say. I like banks like KeyBank. I like banks like Truist. I like a Bank of America will give you 2 business credit cards for 1 inquiry. You know, Navy Federal always give us 20, 30,000. I like a bank called NASA. So it's a lot of different credit unions you can go to and run this method with. So if I go to Chase, I get 20,000. I go to Navy Federal, they give me 20,000. I go to Bank of America, they give me 10,000. I go here, they give me 20,000, and I set it up where I go to 5 or 6 different banks, 7 different banks, and now I acquire multiple different business credit cards at 0% interest, and I accumulate my 100,000 that way by stacking my business credit cards. Now, somebody that got a business for 2 years, we can be able to now get access to business lines of credit as well. So now I'm going into the bank and I'm saying, hey, give me my business credit card for 20, 30,000, but also let me also get a business line of credit, and business line of credit typically approving for 40 to 60, 70,000.
What about a person, just say hypothetically, has a business for 8 years, has an 800 credit score, and pays off their bill, you know, because, and say this person's Amex bill is like $400,000 or $500,000 a month, but it's paid off every month on time.
Yeah.
Can they get money?
You gonna get like millions now. Yeah. Now you tapping into like top tier bag. Now but see, now we not spending our own capital. Yeah. Now we using somebody else's money. So say you got your own money. Why not leverage somebody else's money to make you more money and keep your own money? But then also with credit, we make money off spending money. So now it's lit. So we making more money than what we would if we would spend our own money. It's by using somebody else's money. So it's lit.
But this is the challenge. And I'm sitting here asking questions for you, and I'm trying to understand. So I think when I started my journey, because when I started Hollywood Unlocked, my credit score was an embarrassingly 435. That's what it was, because I didn't pay bills. I get mad at a phone company. I ain't paying that shit. Well, they get you on the back end. You don't have to pay the bills, but they're going to get you on the credit. And then I ended up cleaning all my credit and starting over, whatever. And then I just got credit cards and put everything on auto pay. So there's never a late, because everything from the car to the lights to the gas, everything is on auto pay. And so then I think that's how one day I logged in to see the score, it was 796. I didn't even know it was 796. But the thing that I have is all my credit cards are, you have to pay the whole bill at the end of the month. I don't have any credit cards
You got
where
charge cards.
You got charge cards.
Those are called charge
so
cards.
we don't.
Okay, well, I don't know what I know is I can run that Amex, I can run that thing up as high as I want, but at the end of the month I got to pay it all off. I have no other card where I can make
Spread
a
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
are
we
those
don't-
cards out there for people like me?
Yeah, so you got what you call a charge card, meaning you got to pay it back. We use revolving lines of credit. So when I get my business credit card from Chase, they're not going to make me do that. They're going to allow me to spend this $20K, only pay them back the minimum of $200 a month over time.
But doesn't that affect your credit?
Okay, so on the business side, this is why we love business credit. That's why you hear the spark of business credit all the time, because this personal side, if I get a $20,000 credit card and I use all of it, it tanks my credit score because of credit utilization.
On the business side?
On the personal side.
On the personal side. Okay.
Personal side. That's where that.
So this is why the Fund Your Freedom, you're teaching them how to start their LLCs,
On
get
the
their
business side. So now we leverage that.
This is how we scam the scammers.
You love that. You love that
No, because I
concept.
got to speak in the language our people know. Like, you're getting scammed. I went in Wells Fargo the other day and they told me I couldn't wire anything. How you tell me I can't wire my money? I cussed everybody out and sent my wires, but they're scamming us, and we're all just so accustomed to being scammed that we don't understand that we can scam the scammer. So that's what we're really learning. I'm learning. So, okay, you help them get the LLC so they get the business. So now on the business side, the benefit is what?
The benefit is this: you get higher approvals, but then now we can leverage that money, and the utilization doesn't matter so much on the business side as much as on the personal side. So like our personal credit score don't tank and go down because of our utilization. So we like to utilize the money off the business side to do our investments, because then we can just pay it back over time and use it and pay the minimum. That's how I like to use it. So when I started my semi-truck company, when I started my Airbnbs in Miami, I started my luxury car rental business, I used all the stuff on the business side. Now my personal credit stays excellent, so I can keep getting access to money, but then I can keep investing over time and keep building my cash flow up to be big.
So when you start the LLC, do you have to do like the business credit and all that, right?
So it's like business phone number, business email, business address, create you an online presence with a website, then get you.
I got all that already.
Get you, yeah, and you already good.
So we gotta get you the bag.
You just gotta get the bag now.
Okay, well, so you'll help me with that. So the Fund Your Freedom is going to teach them how to do all of that and set all that up.
Yeah, so then now I gotta teach you, how do we do this stuff step by step? What's the first, Smitty? Like, what's first? All right, here go, you do this first. What's second? Here go do this second. What's third? Here go do this third. Now you just following the blueprint. I'm giving it to you on a platter. So you good. And then we take it and we throw it to my guy. Yeah.
So we have Boone, obviously, he's not here, it's three of us, right?
If I would have had time, I would have printed out a cardboard cutout and just set it right there.
Yeah, we had to cut him out, right? But typically, right, once they get with Smitty, then we send him to Boone because he does residential real estate. But something as simple as if you get a $20,000 Chase credit card, you now could go buy land, $5,000, $10,000. But now you got to understand zoning, and it's the thing that Boone breaks down. When you understand zoning, if you find a lot that is able to build an apartment building on, you could buy it for $10,000 and go sell it for $40,000, $50,000. So now you just flip other people's money, and then when you spend the money of the Chase credit card, guess what? You get $750 cash back bonus. So now you just made even more money just by getting the credit card. And you made money by buying the land and flipping it. So once you do that, then you swing them to me. I said, okay, you starting to get in real estate. You understand these concepts. Now I want to help you go and buy self-storage. So most of us are familiar with the SBA, Small Business Administration, now because of COVID, PPP.
And isn't it crazy? People got all that free money and just went to Gucci and Louis. I mean, Rodeo Drive was crazy.
It's
insane.
It all gone now.
It's gone.
It's gone because we didn't have financial literacy. They didn't understand it and putting together things like this. But SBA, we found out about it a couple years ago because of the pandemic, but it's been around since 1953. But it's called the SBA 7A loan. And this is specifically designed for newbie self-storage investors. So if you want to go buy a self-storage facility, all you have to do is come to the table with 10% down. So if you want to go buy $1 million facility, $100,000. Well,
And you can buy it with $100,000?
with $100,000, 10% down.
But do you have to have money for like sustain it, or is it already it's already an established business, it's already making money?
You buy an established business. So that's what we teach you. We don't want you to buy something that's already like beat down and you got to build it up. You want to do that when you're more experienced. Right. You want to go buy something that's already cash flowing. You may pay a little more of a premium because it's already cash flowing, but I'm buying a business now and I'm creating multiple streams off of leveraging the blueprint that we broke down.
Right.
So SBA 7A loan, you leverage that to go buy the facility and then match it to what I talked about earlier as far as creating the different streams. And this is the biggest piece that I love about commercial real estate, right? So the value of your building or facility is based upon how much income you're bringing in. When you're thinking about single families, it's based upon the market. Mm-hmm. So right now the market is going down because interest rates, inflation is crazy right now. But on the commercial side, the more you bring in revenue, the value goes up. So when I partner with these different companies to create more streams, that's more revenue that comes in. And now I could take a $1 million facility and turn it into a $2-3 million facility. Now I have equity, pull that equity out and go do it time and time again. And we say this is our 2-year $1 million play, right? Just 2 years, you follow this step by step, you'll be able to put yourself in a position to have a $1 million portfolio or 7-figure business.
And I was just talking to a friend on the way over here who was talking about wanting to figure out what his next move is. You could still be doing what you're doing and getting this education and investing and playing this. I'm going to say it's a game. It's a game. Okay, to scam the scammers, then be building those other bags, and then have the financial freedom to leave your job to then go and be your own boss.
Perfect.
So in today's economy, we were also talking earlier over breakfast about just how the world is crazy, inflation is crazy. Wouldn't that be the time to do it now? So like with AI changing the landscape of the technological world, like AI is not going to take away real estate. AI is not going to take away trucking. AI is not going to take away these things. Wouldn't this be the time?
This is the time to do it. The problem is, there's a big wealth transfer that happens around these times. And yes, there's going to be a lot of people that lose their jobs, right? There's a lot of people that's going to be broke, poor, in a worse spot than when they started.
They're going to need trucks to move out their houses when they lose them. I mean, there's always going to be a service to help people when they need it.
So you have to say, how can I be on the other end and make the money during this time? And that's why we put together the Fund Your Freedom Challenge, because, listen, you're going to sink or swim. What you going to do during this time?
Well, that's what I loved about this is what I loved about COVID. I know people aren't going to like me saying that. You have to find the silver lining in everything. People were dying. The world was going crazy. All of us had mental health issues because we were trapped in our houses, whatever. But the online game was booming. People were not really able to produce new television because production is shut down. So people were going to Hollywood a lot, reading news. And so we started ramping up advertising because the eyeballs got crazy. And we knew we had a time to really captivate and capture that audience and keep them. And so we saw our business triple, our revenue tripled in 1 year, and then it doubled the next year. So we've seen it work, but we know like there are times where you got to get in and you got to go.
And I feel
right now is the time.
Now it means no opportunities wasted.
Okay, so what about people who think that they can't afford it? How is it expensive to fund your freedom?
We have different tiers, but you can pay as little as $97 to spend 5 days with all three of us. So $97. I just got breakfast out here. It was $108 just breakfast. I'm like, damn, this.
Wait, so it's only $97 to attend?
Only $97 to attend. So if you can't come up with $97, I don't know what to tell you at that point. It's like, listen, we go to the club, we spend money on what we want to do, right?
Wait, so you spend $97 to learn how to make $100,000 to invest in a business to get to $1 million?
Absolutely.
That concept seems so simple. Even my course is $47. I mean, people are buying them, but it's like to tell people $47, you're going to spend that today on something that you're not going to have any benefit to use later.
They do it all the time, every day. But then as soon as it's time to invest to themselves, it's a holdback. Oh, it's crazy.
Why is that though?
I think it's because we don't believe in ourselves, right? We haven't seen it. That's why we put together this, because we want to be the representation, right? If you haven't seen it, why do I believe I have the opportunity my dad died, right? Or this person went to jail, this person dropped out of high school. What makes me so different? And that's what we suffer from. And, for me, it's like, you got to love your people more than they love themselves. Like, that's just what I've been able to learn throughout this process. That we just don't believe in ourselves, and we gotta create that environment for them to do so.
Well, and this is what I always say too, as far as black folks, and why I wanted to create a space at Hollywood Unlocked to talk to black business owners, is because we are a very powerful community when we come together, and we're a powerful community when we invest in one another or share each other's resources and platforms. I mean, I definitely would love to learn more about the business side of it, because like I said, if you look at the portfolio, I mean, when a company is made, high to 7 or close to or 8. Wait, 7. Yeah, 8 figures in a year. It's 8-year business, sustainable income. The storytelling itself is on its web, and the credit is there. I should know how to be able to get free flights, how to get shit paid. And I still don't know that world. But yeah, so it's lots for me to learn. And the greatest part about, I think, the Fund Your Freedom, as I understand, is you can come in and learn at any stage. So whether you're somebody who has a 435 and needs to start your credit, or somebody that has credit but still wants to get to the bag, you can join and participate.
Because a lot of people tell me, I got good credit or I got a nice car, but what are you doing to leverage that to make you some money? That's the part.
Putting it on Turo.
I mean, yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. You know, let's learn how to use it to our advantage to put us ahead instead of just saying. Some people want to say I got a good credit. No, you want to say you want to know how to leverage that thing to make you some money, so that we can go step forward in life.
Okay, so when is the Fund Your Freedom Masterclass, and where can people find it?
May 29th to June 2nd. You can go to letsfundyourfreedom.com. So you type in letsfundyourfreedom.com, as little as $97. And we're going to show you how to go and build that business, get the capital. And even if you have bad credit, we're going to show you how to repair your credit. And we also show people how to target, it's called subprime lenders. So these are lenders that focus on lending out to people that got bad credit. Yes, we know the interest rates are higher, so it may cost you a little bit more to get their money, but we're still going to show you how to be able to duplicate it and make even more than what it's costing you. So it's no excuse. It's no excuse.
And what I like too is the three of you seem to do something different within the same industry, and then you came together as friends. And I feel like I saw something the other day. Who was it? I don't know if it was Diddy or Jay-Z. Somebody said they don't want to be the only rich person. They want all their friends to be rich. And I feel like if you're gonna go, maybe take the course with a group of friends who all want to come together and build wealth as a group. Because I think with me and my friends, we travel the world, and we have a great time, and we're whatever, and we all have our own world. But if there was a way we could all come together and create business together and make money, why not do it? So you and your friends should pull up so you can figure out how you can fix and flip your community. Well, congratulations on all the success.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
And tell your friend to fix his flight. Like, boom, where you at? You're supposed to be here.
That's my guy, man.
Next
He gonna be on the class getting them right though. He real good at what he do, so that's gonna be a dope thing for him.
And what's good about the course, you get to learn in the comfort of your own home. You ain't even got to get dressed. You ain't got to spend no money on no outfit. You don't have to spend $200 to go take a $97 class. You could literally pull up in your robe or whatever. I mean, cam down, maybe. I don't know.
Put the do-rag on, whatever you got to do.
Just get in there.
Yeah,
We got him.
Do you all have customer service set up if people need to reach out or ask questions or anything like that?
Yeah, always like an email, support email type of thing. And we have a private group. So we got a private Facebook group, and we'll put like a Telegram we're gonna set up for them. So in this private group, when you can pay and get in, then we take care of you in this group too. So now we all in one setting together, where you got questions, you got to talk to the support team, or you want to, communicate with other people, build relationships within the, because a lot of people don't got like-minded people around them. So these type of environments you want to put yourself in so that you can ping your ideas off of them, or get ideas from other people, or just be around like-minded people so that we not around the BS. You know what I mean? Because that stuff, your environment can deter you to go down, based upon what you're around. Yeah, you getting around in different environments, can barely help you towards your success. I know I was in a bad environment, and I was in it. Like, I know the difference now. I know both sides now. I was in it when I was in it, and I didn't see this other side. Now that I'm on this side, I see both sides. And that stuff is like a whole, bro. It's like, you don't even you can't even see it because you're just in it so much. So I'm in Chicago, and just all this stuff, best friend dying, who I'm living with, people getting killed. All this crazy stuff going on, and the stuff we're doing, what I was supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the midst of it, and it's like, I thought that was normal. That's not normal, bro. People out here making millions. Right, yeah. And I'm in here thinking that what I'm doing is okay and normal, and I'm doing something. I mean, man, there's a lot out here. People making $1 million in a day.
Well, not to mention, there's people making billions of dollars to house you in prisons, pharmaceutical companies for people who are getting amputated or different things. I mean, there's a business built on the backs of people's pain. And I really feel like part of why I take a lot of friends around the world with me is proximity changes perception. When you go to the Middle East, you've heard a lot about the Middle East, but when you go there and you see it, you're like, yo, this is different. You talk about bags. The bags, I made $2 million in 3 days. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care what y'all say about the Middle East, Assalamu alaikum, I'm coming soon, don't worry about it. But when you take your people around the world, you're supposed to be inspired because you grow up thinking this is the world that we live in, and it is because it's the world that you're living in, but you can choose to get up out of that. And so you should choose to pull up to fund your freedom so you can fund literally your freedom. I love the whole concept because ownership is freedom. And so you have the information. We'll put the site again here below. Pull up.
Yep, let's get it.